On today's episode of MotoCheez.
It's a nice day. Got the newest, latest, and greatest Reolink camera. Outdoor solar powered camera. It's not the Reolink Duo. It's the Reolink Duo 2 camera. Has dual lens with a wide viewing angle. 100% wire free because it's solar and it has a battery, of course. It does 2.4 and 5 gigahertz dual band Wi-Fi. Solar powered and battery powered. Smart alarm with person or vehicle detection. The original Duo was a 4 megapixel. Comes with a template for mounting, a sticker for surveillance, quick start guide. These are very easy to hook up and connect to your Wi-Fi. Go get me a SD card inside and we'll put that in and start it up. Try that 64 gig Samsung I had kicking around. There's the antennas, the camera, the mount, charging cord, which we'll do, mounting hardware and an Allen wrench, a strap if you want to strap it on a tree instead of screwing it.
That's what she said. Or he said.
And a little screwdriver. Oh, that's nice. I don't think they did that last time. So we'll be screwing it to the tree. I did notice on my other Duo, if you get too high and you're pointing it down too much, the two images look a little weird when they connect together because it's such an angle. So I'm probably going to mount it a little bit lower this time. Right and left antenna holes. Solar or power connection. Very well built. I think it has a decent sized battery. It's got some weight to it. Let's get this SD card in there. You have your reset button, your on off switch, and your SD card slot right there. Goes in this way. You probably don't have to have this cover over it, but it's just an added security. Got to turn it on, Cheezo. Might need to be charged. Yep, needs to be charged. We'll bring it in and charge her up. This is a fixed camera, so you can't pan and tilt it. Any old charger should do. We'll let that charge up and we'll come back to it.
The next day.
It's all charged up. Let's get this connected to the Wi-Fi. It says left and right on there, and this just says W. So I don't believe that there's a specific spot for either antenna. Turn it on now. There, we got a red light.
Welcome to Reolink. Please install Reolink app and scan the QR code on the camera.
I already have the Reolink app installed. So we're going to add a camera, scan the QR code, configure the Wi-Fi. I heard the voice. It's 5 gig and 2 gig on my Wi-Fi router. Might be too bright out here. There it is.
Camera is connecting to your router. Please wait.
I've heard the beep.
Connection to the router succeeded. Welcome to Reolink. Connection to the router succeeded. Welcome to Reolink.
Create a password for the camera. Name your device. You need to format it. Okay. Format. Give some warnings of what not to do. So it usually is on the bottom here. Now look how wide that view is. Now of course if you're close, the split isn't accurate, but the farther you get, the better it is. So this covers, I think it's 180 degrees with both lenses, so we're all set. as far as connecting the cameras. Let's find a spot to put it. It says install the camera 2 to 3 meters or 7 to 10 feet above the ground. Maximizes detection. I would go with the 7-foot mark so it doesn't distort the image when it adds the two cameras together. If you're too high, it makes it a little bit funky. Actually, before we mount this, let's open up the solar panel, because finding a good location also depends on solar so that it charges. Typically you want at least 4 hours of full sunlight to maintain the battery. As you can see, these have a nice big solar panel. These are 5.8 watts. And here we have operational instructions. Typically you do a southern exposure, and down here in Florida, it depends on your location, you can look it up for what degree you want to angle your solar panel, but I typically do like a 25 degree. This also comes with a strap if you want to strap it to the tree, an adapter if it has a USB micro, which this doesn't. It's USB-C, so we do not need this adapter. You loosen it so you can adjust it, and then once you lock this tight, it keeps everything tight. When you screw this on the solar panel, that will lock it tight also in position. I typically bottom it out first and then tighten that up. Leave this just a tad loose for mounting, because I can still get in there and screw that on. Let's find somewhere to put this camera now. Cover back on before I forget. See, they do have a keeper, so you don't lose that screw. That's nice. Some of these don't. You go to put the SD card in and bye-bye screw. This is supplied with a little Allen wrench here for adjusting this, which you have to spin this around this way if you are going to mount it to a tree this way. If you're going to mount it to the ceiling, you can do it this way. If you guys are following me, I finally got the power turned on, so it's still a little messy. Let's see about this tree. It's a lot of sunlight. The only issue I've found with any of these antennas is if the birds try to land, they're constantly moving these antennas around. So let's see, if I do from here, look how wide that is. I mean, that's basically going from the woods line to where my well is over there. I mean, that's insane. That is in fact 180 degrees. So I think this tree is a good spot. You don't want anything in front of the camera moving around either. There's a little reset pin that comes in the package. We'll do it at 7 feet. I gotta go get my Allen wrench. And the solar panel. As I've said before, out of all the cameras that I review, Reolink's definitely on the high end. Features, video quality, picture quality, motion sensing, they got it going on. Check the image. That's pretty good. That's very good. Tighten her down. Now, for me, south is this way, so that's where I'm going to face this. Point it up at the open sky here. Like I say, I usually do more of a 25 degree, 30 degree angle. The trick of tightening this is get it past and then tighten it so when it tightens, it lines up where you want to go. You definitely want to push this until it clicks. There we go. If you don't get that all the way, I noticed that on my other Reolink camera, it won't charge. A tie wrap to hold that up here. Always try to have a little drip loop here. You don't want to have the wire coming up and over, so if it rains, the water's going to constantly try to get in that weatherproof connection there. You're better off having it. If the rain comes, it'll run down. and drip off somewhere like there. Little FYI. Let me go get a tie wrap, and then we'll go through the settings. Well, electronic nippers are the best thing I've found for nipping these tie wraps because it's so close you won't get cut. Another cheesy fun fact. See? Perfectly flush. And that's what it looked like. Alright, let's go through the settings. Should be dark enough in here. We are on low quality. Let's do clear. Low is fluent. For better streaming, depending on what your speed is on your internet. That's clear. I'll take a screenshot. Let's zoom in where we are. Let's see. There I am. Let's see if I can see my hand waving. Not bad. 180 degrees of viewing is pretty nice. You don't really need a pan and tilt camera. And you lose a lot on a pan and tilt camera too, because you're basically just getting half that image. Even with a decent wide angle. And if it goes too wide, then you're getting a lot of upper and lower that you don't really need. This Wi-Fi duo camera is a great idea that they come up with. Like, you can't even see where the seam is now. Much better than the original first duo cam that Reolink put out. It seams very nicely. So let's get into the settings here. Up on top you have a little alarm button. If you want to trigger the alarm, let's see if we can hear it from here. Yep. And you can keep hitting it. There's a volume in the settings for that. You have a little light. You can turn a light on. See it over there? And that light is bright. You change it in the app to 4 separate cameras at once. Your hamburger thing here. So you can do picture in picture, immersive, day and night, or you have your channel selection. You can select what channels you want. That's for if you want to use your multiple camera section. Down here you have your pause, your microphone, yo! Oh, there it is. Cheesy! Pretty good mic. Then you could snap a picture from here. You can record video from here. Set your resolution, viewing resolution. And then this is for full screen. And to go back, you hit that. Then you have your talk button. Enable. Oh, you don't hold it. Hey. Oh, that's a little loud. That's a little distorted. Let's say lower it. Might be. How's that? Is that better? Maybe that's a little better. Yep, I can hear it. Still a tiny bit distorted. And then you have your settings. I named mine FL Duo 2. I have 100% battery because I charged it. Recommended that you charge these cameras fully before you install them. If you have good sunlight, it will charge them, but you're better off starting with a fresh charged battery. I am on my network, Cheese Omelet. You have your display with your quality. The resolution is 4608 by 1296 at 15 frames per second for clear, and 1536 by 432 at 15 frames per second. The bit rate on clear is 4096. Bit rate on fluent is 1024. You can change that. Anti-flicker is 60 Hertz because that's what we are in America. Day and night is auto. You can have it color, which turns on the light, black and white, which is infrared, or auto. It'll do both. You have your brightness. Camera name you can move. Top left, top center, top right, bottom left, bottom center, bottom right, or you can hide it all together. You can turn the Reolink watermark on and off here. You could set up a privacy mask so you can block that off so you don't see it at all. If there's a window and it's a bedroom and you want to put a privacy mask, black square over it, you can do that. You don't need that here. Advanced. That's for your image stitching. Oh, you can adjust the stitching here. I don't remember that on the original Duo. It looks like we're pretty perfect though, stitching wise. I like that. It's got horizontal and vertical and distance. Then you have brightness and shadows. Daytime is auto, black and white is auto, and color night is on auto. You could turn them off individually and adjust brightness and shadows. Adjust it to your eye if you don't think the automatic is working properly. That's display section. Your audio section, I have it cranked all the way up already. I guess it's not really super loud, but it'll definitely get someone's attention unless it's a noisy area. Then you have your light, status LED on the front. You can turn that on and off. Infrared lights, auto. You can keep the infrared lights off if you like. Spotlight, it's in smart mode. You can turn that off if you'd like. And auto on for live view. If you're going to do live view, it'll turn the light on, the white light, spotlight. If you don't want that, it's defaulted off, but you can do it through the app. You can turn the light on. Then you have your motion sensor, which is on, your sensitivity adjustment. 80 is default. We'll keep that on. Detection alarm. You can set your zone, the size of the person, and the same for the vehicle, the pet, or others. Then you have object size, person, vehicle, and pet. Minimum object is that big for a pet. So you can adjust this bigger or smaller. Default usually is pretty good. Camera recording is on. Scheduling default is enabled 24/7. Push notifications I have off. I'm going to put them on. You can schedule when you get those. I'm keeping them on 24/7 for now. Email alerts is on, but I have not set this up yet. You could set it up through your Gmail. If you're going to do it through your Gmail and you're connecting these cameras, Gmail has a special section that gives you a specific password, so you don't use your password for security purposes to use in these cameras. So no one can hack in there and get your password. You have to set that up through Gmail, but it's a pretty good feature. Siren is off. If you want that to come on when there's motion, you can do that. You could share your camera here. There's your QR code. Someone could scan it in their Reolink app and they can get the camera. Then you'd have to give them the password, of course. Time lapse. I've never tried that on these cameras yet, but let's see. Moving clouds, sunrise, sunset, construction. I should have done this during the construction, but I was too late. And then you have your advanced settings. You could change the password, change the date and time. It's showing I'm Atlantic time, so I have to change that. Eastern time. You sync it with your phone. You can reboot or restore the camera to factory defaults. You can log out of the device, or you can delete the device. So that's basically it. Playback shows you a little thumbnail. That's while I was hooking it up. Let's see what playback looks like. That's in low. Let's do clear. See how that split is there? So that works pretty good. It'll cycle through each one. So you could start from the beginning of when you had a motion, and it'll go through all of them throughout the day. You could change the view. If you want to look through and say, oh, I see someone walking there, and then select that. You could select what trigger did what. It shows there that was an animal. They're calling me an animal. Right there is motion of a human. So while the video is playing, you could select 1x, 0.25x, 0.5x speed, so you could slow it down if you're trying to find something in the picture. If you want to download, you have that little down arrow there. Click that. It's set for clear. And then you download. If you don't want to do the full motion, which is 17 seconds of motion there, you can trim it out right there. It shows download succeeded, storage path, it tells you where it is. You could view the video from here. You could share to Reolink captures and win special gifts, or you could share via another app. So if you want to send it through a text or whatever, it automatically goes. It already goes into my photos in my Android here. If you're close, the split isn't accurate, but the farther you get, that's pretty clear. And look how wide that view is. And you can zoom in pretty good. Of course, if you're close, the split is. So that's pretty much it. We'll see what we capture. All the videos that are on this that are recorded, I'll have it toward the end so you can see what they look like. Let's see what we captured next couple days. Another great thing about Reolink is it has an app that you can download for Windows or Mac, available on their website. Let's add our device here. It's right here, showing up because it's on our network. Click the little plus here to add this. Confirm that it is a battery camera and you can't keep it on, or it'll kill the battery. Then here you're going to put the password that you put in for the camera when you set it up. There it is, a live view right now. Yeah, it's early in the morning. See them cobwebs already, and those aren't orbs. So it shows your battery level here and your Wi-Fi level. That's your little light icon right there that the light is on. You could zoom in by scrolling. You could drag the screen to move it wherever you'd like. Scroll back out. You could do everything like the app, microphone, alarm, etc. And here's where you go for playback of recorded incidents. You click here. I change it to clear because if I want to download it, make sure it's clear. There's one incident this morning. Let's see what it is. Oh, you see that? Looks like a coyote. There's an infrared off another camera that I have. It's picking that up. My cobwebs. So let's click another day here. Let's go to yesterday. You can see all the incidents down below. We'll choose the earliest. Oh, what was that? You see that in the bottom left corner of the screen? Let's see if we can go back. There it is. Looks like a coyote. Actually, let's download this. We'll save it. Make sure we're on clear. Yep, we're on clear. And click that down arrow. That'll download. Open a box for you. You'll see a few thumbnails. You have to know what time you're doing. I know that's correct there. And then click download. This will download it directly off the SD card of the camera. You can also choose type, if it's a person, animal, or vehicle. Right there is where it downloaded. You can open the folder. That's from before. Here's today. Oh, let's pause it. Go back. Oh yeah, that's definitely a coyote. Let's go back into here. And I see the types on the left here. You could choose if you want to do just the types. So let's go to the next event. Looks like I'm coming back home. Next event. Oh, my son is coming over to visit. Next event. Looks like I am leaving. I'm going to wave for the camera. You see me? I'm waving. Yep. It's a little jerky because it's playing through the network off of the SD card. When you download it, it's smooth. There's my mother-in-law coming back. So let's download some more stuff so I can put it at the end of the video and you guys can see how clear it is. We'll do that one for now. Let's close these. Well, let's see what happened at this event toward the end of the day. Nothing, just shadows. Let's go to another day here. And we'll pick the first event of the day. Oh, I see I'm leaving and my mother-in-law is leaving. Let's try another day, day before. See if we can find some more animals. That's pretty early there. Oh, there's another coyote. Oh, look at that. I have it so the white light comes on, so it's like a spotlight. Must startle them. We'll download that one. It's pretty easy to find because it's the first event, but you can look at the time if you're not sure. Let's try the end of the day. See if we picked anything up there. It looks like I'm just going out for another joyride. Let's go back another day. I think that's when I set the camera up. There's a lot of action going on there. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's when I was setting it up. Look at that fit specimen right there. So that's pretty much it. The Windows app works really good. They update it often and fix any bugs that there is. And you can of course do all that if you want motion, human, automobile, pet is in beta. So yeah, let me go back to those files and we will download them and I'll put them up at the end of the video so you can check them out. I'll zoom in and all that. So if you're looking for a real reliable camera that's pretty secure, you can't beat Reolink. I'll have the links down below with a discount code if I get one. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay cheesy.
Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Hit that bell if you want new notifications on new videos. Links for products used are in the description and on MotoCheez.com. Thanks for watching.